had most of the day off. If you work in corporate jobs, sometimes they have carryover that you have to use by the end of March. So I had scheduled already during the Phoenix Film Festival to take some time off, since that was convenient. And then, because everybody always waits till March to take the time off. Believe me, a lot of people are off this month. I was like, ooh, okay. And so, but I had 6 hours left. I'm like, and you can only take 4-hour increments off. You can't take an hour, whatever. It's a new policy. So, I forgot about that. The non-supervisor, but the person who's approving the time off reminded me of that. I'm like, oh, okay. So I was like, okay, 6 hours. I'm like, can I use it Friday? Is she like, she approved it? I'm like, all right. So I worked for 2 hours and then I was off. It's like, what did I do all day? Because I had a job. My face is moisturized, even if it doesn't look like it. It is. Because I had to wipe off my face with a makeup remover. I'll wipe and then clean my eyes because I swear I didn't take a nap or actually sleep during my nap. But apparently I did. Clean my eyes, and then this is Natasha Denona mini bronze palette. So but yeah, so because I had a job that they kept adding to it, and I'm like, I could have finished this job before I left, but no, she want to keeps adding stuff to it. I was like, you can make me pull out the hair I don't have. So, I mean, it was easy enough, but when you're planning mentally, like, okay, I'll finish this job before I leave, kind of thing. And then you have to give it to somebody else, which is fine. The person I was giving it to, I know is totally capable of finishing it. And, well. So that was fine. But still, I was like, when I get jobs that I know I'm not going to finish, I start the process for turnover. Like, as soon as I get the job, so that I'm not rushing at the end to turn it over and forget anything. So that's what I was doing with that, and I was just like, oh, like, just make it more and more complicated. And then I wanted to go to breakfast since I'm like, I had a day off. I'm like, it'll be less crowded. Let's go to breakfast. And that was the e.l.f. Putty primer. I was going to use the Bobbi Brown, but then the original foundation I was going to use the silicone versus water thingy. Yeah. So I didn't. So I went back to them. Okay, so what did I do? So I went to Ocho Cafe. I like Ocho Cafe. I usually go there for my birthday. Like, my birthday breakfast for myself. If I take the day off, I'll usually do that. So I wanted to get there like at 10, but because I was behind, because I was busy, wrapped up in that job, and I knew I wasn't going to eat breakfast today, so like at home, make breakfast. So since I was occupied with that job the whole time, I was like, okay. Did I say my eyebrows this morning? I don't know. So I was busy doing my eyebrows, and one of my eyebrows I was doing, I'm like, why is this so freaking high? Because this one was way up higher. Yeah. Compared to how it looks now, it was, yeah, they were nowhere like sisters. They were definitely like cousins, maybe step something. So I was like, I had to fix that. So that took a little longer than I wanted, and then I just put on, what did I put on my lips? My alarm went off, which I'm like, okay. Hopefully that means it's done going off. So this is now 2 videos. I don't know if you heard anything that was doing that alarm. So yeah, lippy, I don't even know what the lipstick I was wearing. Oh, Hodgepodge with a red lip liner, or a plumish lip liner. There's still enough stuff in here. I might have to take this net out of here at some point. went to Ocho Cafe, and I was like, okay, I just want table for one or whatever. He's like, we don't have a table for one. Mind you, they had tables. They just couldn't sit one person there. So I was like, can I sit at the bar? Because I knew there were spots at the bar. I could see the bar. I walked past the bar to get into the restaurant because I came through the back. If you've been there, you knows how to get through the back. And he's like, yeah, you sit at the bar. So I sat at the bar. Mind you, I brought a book with me. If I sat at the table, I could have read this book, but because I wasn't at the table, it wasn't ideal to try to read this book, hold my purse, because I need one of those things. I'm sure there's one on Amazon, but I'm not trying to buy anything on Amazon right now. One of those purse holders where you can kind of hook it under whatever table kind of thing, and it does the loop or the hang, and then you can put your purse on it. I need one of those. So if you see one of those in TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshall, I don't let me know, because I might find one in a different store. So I need one of those. And the food was good. Food is always good. The waiter was very energetic. He was young and he had a lot of pep in his step. It's like, you need anything? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I gave him a good tip. Like, I don't want to say I don't tip great all the time. Usually I tip a certain amount. I'm not going to say what that amount is. I tipped over that this time. And usually I'll try to even out the dollar amount. I didn't do that this time. I just said, here's a flat amount for you. The foundation we're using today is Makeup Forever, the Super Boost Lightweight Moisturizing Skin Tint with Hyaluronic Acid and Polyglutamic acids. Yes, it's a lot. So let's just say Makeup Forever Super Boost. It's basically a skin tint. I have it in shade 13. I swatched 13 and 14, and I walked to different points in the store. 13 and 14 look very close. I even did on my chest, did on my face. They look very close. Maybe during the summer I'd be 14, but 13 can work. So I got a sample of 13. I even asked one of them associates because, you know, they're like bothering you. Sometimes, of course, not when you're actually looking for them, which was one of these occasions. And she's like, go with 13. I'm like, okay, that's fine. The picture online on the app looked like 13 worked, but 14 looked like I worked too. It was, like I said, I could not tell. So I got a sample. And so we're gonna Oh, I'm like, why do I have the brush there? And this is relatively new. Like, everything that comes out, I don't necessarily want to try out, but I wanted to, this didn't felt like dewy or anything like that, but it's a skin tint, so I know it will be. I'm starting a new pack of my wipes because my mother gave me a lot. So I have plenty. And I have, like, I think 2 more of these. These take me a while to go through. So let's swipe off my finger. I'm watching, they're doing like some Anaconda marathon for some reason. So I watched part of 2. I can't really watch 1 anymore. No reason. I'm not gonna say the acting is bad as all of them. I watched part of 2. 1 wasn't on when I got home, but I watched part of 2. And then 3 is on with Offspring with, I want to say, F. Abram, the dude that's in 13 Ghosts, the one with Matthew Lillard, that dude. Yeah, I've seen part of 3. I vaguely remember seeing part of 3. So here we are. So let's go up. Because it's golden. This one is neutral golden undertones. like, okay, this will work for me, because at first I was like, it's a little too golden. But we'll see when it sinks in. And it's lightweight, so right now it's just it even out my skin tone pretty much. Like right here. Okay. And then after that I went to go to a kosher bakery, which turned out to be closed. I'm like, okay, I know sometimes, because it's Friday, Sabbath, they close, places close early, Jewish restaurants, businesses. But I'm like, the thing said they closed at 2, which made sense. They were closed altogether, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, not out of business, but still open sign, there's nobody in there. I was like, okay. So I wanted to get, I know it's not challah, but yalla, basically the breaded bread, if you've ever seen it. Or some babka for book club, because I actually don't bring anything to book club. They're probably like, what? Trey never brings anything. Because I'm usually broke. So, yeah, like, today's payday, and I have a little extra. I can get something, and it's for book club to land on payday. I'm like, okay, I also thought of something to bring, which the book tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, they're Jewish characters. So I was like, okay, I can bring something that the Jewish community partakes in, eat, and it's Purim. If you're Jewish, happy Purim. So they were closed. So I went to Imperial. Imperial's a Jewish, I just call it a mart because they have grocery items in there. They have bakery items in there. You can get some fresh foods. I walked in there and like smell. The food, it smelled good in there. I think it could have been the fried chicken. I don't eat fried chicken, but I saw fried chicken. So imagine kosher fried chicken. That would have been on Sabbath. Yeah. So I was like, okay. And I'm like, why keep on Sabbath? If that alarm did not keep going off, so I gotta keep starting over. So that's now 3 videos I have to stitch together. So I went in there to see what bakery items they had, and they didn't have any of the bread. So Hamastashen, I love Hamastashen. I'm probably saying it wrong, but they had some, but it wasn't like, I don't say freshly made kind of. It was definitely good, fine, and everything, but it wasn't. When I think of Hamastashen, it wasn't the way I want Hamastashen. I want to say it's like mass-produced kind of Hamastashen. I'm a snob when it comes to baked goods. Like sometimes I'll buy cupcakes like from Walmart, the tiny little mini cupcakes, and that's mass produced. But sometimes I'll buy those, and you could pop like 10 of those in your mouth, and you feel sick afterwards because all that damn sugar. So normally I don't buy mass produced things like cupcakes. People know that I'm a snob. I get gourmet cupcakes. I go to Sprinkles, Urban Cookies, and the other place that they make a lot of them, but they're a local bakery kind of thing. So I was like, is my right one for that? Do I have one for that? I don't. So hold on. Oh, you know what? I don't need to get one. I'll use this. So I'll just use the side. I'm gonna just blend this out first. So I'm certain Hamastashen, and I know a Jewish baker that makes Hamastashen. She even made it, but it's not. I wasn't able to get any today. I didn't ask her, but I know she made some for the market that's tomorrow, and I'm like, okay. So I was trying to see if I could find freshly made. Again, they didn't have any, so. But they had other things. They had some arugula. and some other stuff. But I got some, what did I get? Some jam cookies. So like cookie and then there's like jam in the center, whatever. I bought some of those. And this lady was like, those look good, don't they? I'm like, yeah. Because whenever I go in there, I'm like, if y'all been following me, every now and I throw in there, I do practice Judaism on occasion. So I feel kind of not uncomfortable going in there, but I'm like, I'm sure they're always like, why is this lady in here, kind of thing. They're all black Jews, but again, I'm sure they're like, why is this lady in here? So I'm like, okay. And they always let me in, so I'm like, okay. Because they don't have to, and you know it's not safe for Jewish people right now. So that's why there's a lot of Jewish hate. So that's why I'm like, I'm glad they let me in. They didn't like stereotype me that you should not be in the store, kind of thing. And so me and this lady was like, yeah, you know, looking over. I see a pimple right there. I'm trying to think when I was probably, yeah, when I was wiping off my face. And so I found whatever, and I got, so I was paying for it. He's like, that's all I want. I'm like, that's all I want. And when I left, I said, happy Purim. He said, happy Purim to you too. I know I probably threw him off. I didn't say Shabbat Shalom because I'm like, I'm not comfortable saying it to a stranger. Like, I'll say it to one of my exes is Jewish. So I'll say it to him, and he says it to me all the time. And I'll say it to him, or I'll say it to one of my other friends that's Jewish, but I won't say it to a complete stranger because they don't know. So I'm not comfortable like that. But happy Purim to me, I'm like, you cannot be Jewish, no, it's Purim. So I'm like, okay. So I'm comfortable saying that. But yeah, he said it back. And then, where did I go after that? I went to, let me make sure this isn't dry. Let's see here. And then I went to Sephora, because Sephora likes to match the same deals that Ulta does during the 21 days of beauty event. And I was going to Sephora anyway because I needed Paula's Choice 2% BHA exfoliating toner. I always get the mini. And so I was pretty, I was going to find and get some of that so I could clear up some of the side, like acne like that. Or the acne that y'all don't see, but I can feel the texture. And so I was going to get that. And since I was there, I was going to get the mascara, the Lancôme mascara that's half off today at Ulta, but also at Sephora. And I ended up not getting the 2% Paula's Choice because Fenty just came out with a new toner for oily skin. Again, I'm combo oily. Versus, instead of the fat water, they had this new one. So I was like, okay. And I looked at it. I was going to get Paula's Choice, and I was going to get the Fenty one. And I looked at it, I'm like, it's the same thing. They have the same 2% with the acid with the S. And I was like, well, why would I get both of these? I'm like, okay. I'm like, let me just go ahead and just get the Fenty one. I have the Fenty cleanser. Let's just go ahead and get the Fenty, you know, this new toner and see how it works. Especially like during the summer, because like I don't usually use the 2% whatever one, the Paula's Choice that often, but I use it when I have, you know, breakouts here and there. But anyway, so I ordered it to pick up before I left the house. Because what I do is I pay all my bills, and then I'll buy the splurgy things, whatever, other things. But I'll pay my bills first. I am somewhat responsible. So, and then see what else is in there while I'm in there, whatever. And then I think y'all remember the Fenty Velvet lipstick that I did. Where I was setting it, whatever, and I said it seemed like it might be expired, what have you. I don't know why, but that was also half off. So since it's half off, I went and bought another one. So that was on my agenda. So if it was on sale, I said I would go get it. It was half off on sale, so I went. So I bought it. So I'm like, that's the only. I tried some other shades. I'm like, yeah, I definitely like this one. So I'm like, okay, let's do the nose because I do see that, and we know I always forget my nose contour. Okay, looks good. So I was not going to use. What time is it? I have time because I started early. So since the KVD one is on my agenda for in my March makeup to use, I was just gonna do a powder today, but since I have time, I'm gonna go use the KVD, and I'm just gonna use that one. I don't know which one it is. I'll put in the thing which one it is of this palette. I'm hearing something in the parking lot. I don't know what I'm hearing. Yeah, I think I need to clean my brushes because I do bring my blush all the way up here, so maybe that's what it is. But I do plan to clean them because I'm like, I have no reason to wear makeup tomorrow. Even though there's some R&B band that's playing in a hotel tomorrow that I was interested in going to see, but I don't know if that will actually happen, especially if it's cold. Even though I have a dress that I could wear that I haven't worn this winter since it's warming up. We're just having this cold front right now. Because it's snowing in Flagstaff right now in Sedona. A friend of mine just told me how they just drove up there. They were like, yeah, we weren't prepared for this. I'm like, you knew it was going to rain in Phoenix though, right? It's going to rain in Phoenix, then it's definitely going to do something up north. Because I look at the weather, you know, whatever, like, because honestly, I was going to install a wig today, but I saw it was going to rain. Even though my head's going to be cold, so I'm just going to wear my beanie. But I saw it was going to rain, and I'm like, yeah, we're not. We're not installing because I'm not getting this wig wet. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, I've watched videos, and I was watching videos yesterday because I finished reading the book yesterday, and I was very happy I finished it in time. Because I could have read it today since I've taken time off. But I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna install it. I was trying to plan my nap in time to figure out how to install it. But I was like, it's gonna rain. I'm not wasting my time. And then have to deal with wet hair when I don't have to deal with wet hair like this. And I've been liking how my hair looks today, so I was like, okay. And I was gonna think about bleaching my hair, but I'm like, if I wear a wig, then I'd have to wear the wig cap all the time because that, depending on how thick any wig is, you'll see right through it. I'll blend edges. So I decided not to install the wig because it's supposed to rain here or sprinkle like at 4. It's after 4 now. It could be sprinkling right now, I don't know. And it's not supposed to spring East Valley until 10, which we never run that late. We may run past 8, but 8:30, something like that, but we never run late enough to be like 10 o'clock. So originally we were going to one of the ladies' house, but somebody in the house isn't feeling well, so we're going to a restaurant instead and sitting on a patio, which again, beanie, because I need to keep my head warm. Because right now I'm wearing this. I was going to wear turtleneck. My favorite turtleneck is I wore it last week. What the hell did I wear it to? I don't know, but of course I haven't washed it. So I can't wear that. And I have another one that I might change out of this. Even though this my new kids on the block I don't know if y'all can see. And then there's the rest of it. Even though it's kind of on theme because they were banned in the 90s. So, but I might just wear the other one because I'll be warm. So I'm like, yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Let's set some things again. I have a lot of time. Or more time than I usually do. And I stopped to get gas. So after I was at Sephora, I got this sample of the Super Boost by Makeup Forever. I didn't even look at the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't know if y'all heard that controversy about how those shades, a lot of people can't wear those shades. So I didn't even try to find my shades. A few people can find those shades. When I say a few people, I'm talking about people on the darker spectrum. But I wasn't even going to try. I don't think I even tried her other formula that she had. So if she ever extends the shade range of this newer one, maybe, but I was like, I'm not even gonna try. So I was in our store way too long. Because I was like, okay, I need to be back home by 1. That did not happen. And then I went to Whole Foods. It was funny, there's a lot of black women. You have to go by Trader Joe's to get to Whole Foods, which usually don't drive their way because people always stop and cross the, you always have to stop across the street. People crossing the street from the parking lot to Trader Joe's, which is fine because I'm usually one of those people. Usually I just park at Trader Joe's, shop in there, walk to Whole Foods, but I didn't need anything in Trader Joe's. But there was a lot of people there today. I'm like, is it not Friday? Like 1 something in the afternoon? Why are you people not at work? I'm like, not everybody has it off. It ain't spring break for everybody. Y'all are adults. And well, yeah, there's a lot of black women for some reason. I was like, this one lady, I waited. I'm like, you go ahead and go. And she's wearing all white. She's looking nice. And I'm just like, sister, I'm not going to run you over. I go, we have enough trouble right now in America. I'm like, go ahead and I'm going to definitely let you walk. Not like I would try to run over anybody else. But I'm like, you have nothing to worry about right now. I'm the least of your problems right now. Like, lay your burdens down. Because I know sometimes when I cross the street, people don't probably think, oh, it's just in your mind. But I know when I try to cross the street, I try to walk with other people because I'm not going to say it's because I'm black, but there are times I'm like, they will not stop for me. So I'm just like, okay. So I will wait. It doesn't have to be white people I walk with, but I will walk with another group of people if I have to in order to cross the street. Sometimes, like I said, they do not stop. Like I said, it could just be happenstance, but it's happened more than once. Like a lot. For me to notice and like, okay. What I'm doing is going like this because the looseness, what's right there, I don't know if y'all can see that at all. So I'm getting it as it before it falls out completely. And I was looking while I was in there, they don't have the one size setting spray, the glitter in store. I think I remember seeing it was only on the app. So you know people probably would be up in there spraying the hell out of that crap. I'll have to confirm that it's only on the app, but it could just be only on the app now. Because I really want them to have a mini. I would love that mini. Because believe me, I'm like, if that mini for industry night, I would wear that to industry night. And so that's why I'm like, y'all don't got the mini. Create a mini. Okay, so let's set bronzer. The contour with the bronzer. And then, so yeah, I bought those two things. Went to Whole Foods. Oh, why I went to Whole Foods? So I had something to return to Amazon, so I went to Whole Foods to drop that off. And then I didn't buy. Oh, what I buy? I bought something. Califia Farms, Califia. So they make dairy products without milk or lactose. So like almond milk, oat milk. There's another one in there. It's not soy. They don't do soy milk, but it's like almond milk and oat milk they do. And so I was just happened to look in the thing because Whole Foods would be a place they would have stuff like that. And they had like a cold brew, but like an almond latte kind of cold brew. Mind you, I've seen these, like they have a matcha one and they have a mocha one. I've seen at Target. Those are expensive as hell. They're like $5.99. This was like a mini one. So I found one, and it was kosher too. So I'm like, okay, it's kosher. Let me get this bad boy. I don't know if it's always been kosher, but I was like, okay. I think it's because I was thinking of Purim or whatever, so I was thinking kosher stuff. I don't always eat kosher. I do eat more than you would expect, but I don't purposely eat kosher often. It just happens to be food happens to be kosher. Like I'll try like during the high holidays, then, but otherwise, and you don't expect that a lot of things are actually kosher anyway. So I really like this eyeshadow. Every time I put it on, I see it, and it's like it's a natural thing. It's a natural look with eyeshadow, but I like how I've learned to master this palette. The color, yeah, and with the little shiny, yeah, this one. I had to declutter the Mini Biba. I don't use the Mini Biba, and Mini Biba isn't as melanin friendly. It doesn't really look like I have anything on. So I decluttered that one. I think that was my first Natasha one. So I just declared that because I'm like, I'm not gonna use this anymore. Cause I like Natasha's stuff. Oh, I watched her new one. It starts with a B. I don't know what it's called, but it's like, I call it my mind-blowing romance because of Danessa's Blooming Romance Groundworks palette. It's not, but the colors lean that way, so it makes me think of that. I have no idea what it's called. I will put it up when I look it up. I swatched them, I'm like, oh, these are nice, but not enough for me to pay $60-something for. And next year, about February, I bet you it will be like $42. Because the one that I bought, her Face Glam palette, so for every year since I bought it, when I bought it, it was $42. I waited to that sale. And so it was again on sale this February for $42. So I'm sure this new one will be on sale for $42 next year. So will I buy it? Probably not. But because there's not enough in there, I'm like, you need to do a mini version. She does a mini version. I'll consider it. All right, let's set the rest of my face. So yeah, and then I was supposed to go get straight, I was gonna get gas and then come home. Did I? No. So Pie Snob, they obviously make pie. So for Pie Day, because that is today, all the pie slices are $3.14. I'm like, the slices usually ring up to about $7. So I'm like, this is a deal. I'm like, I was tired, but I was like, no, we are going. I'm like, I will go over there. And I was sitting at the light and I had enough time. I looked on the thing. I'm like, okay, they're not sold out yet. So I'm like, let me go over there. Let me pick up some more of this and then pick up that. And so I went and got me a slice of raspberry. I'm like trying to think if I have vanilla ice cream at all. So I got that slice, and then on the way home, I went by the gas station, filled up, since I have to go to East Mesa. And I don't know why I took this off because I want to cover my neck. So hold. And then there's barely anything in here, but if it's gonna be raining. And that's on the floor somewhere. All right, now we can take this off. So yeah, I went to get gas because usually whenever book club, I'm like, okay, I gotta leave by 5. I stop to get gas. Then because we have a suicide lanes, it's trying to get back onto the main road I need to be on to get to the freeway. Usually is an issue. So I'm like, let's just go ahead and get gas. So when it's time for me to leave, I can just go straight to, I could just do my route where I just go straight down one road, go to a non-suicide lane road and go, or yeah, basically any of the routes I go do not require me to try to cross rush hour traffic to get in and go in the direction I need to go in. I'm gonna put that back over here because it seems to still be charged. This is not the one I used for the outer corner on the top, but it's the transition one that's underneath. Like I said, when I look at my eyes, yeah, I really like this palette. And then let me take this other one. It's just a fluffy one. And I'm gonna go in the lighter. Okay. So yeah, I thought ahead and was like, I am not dealing with traffic, so I'm gonna open this brand new one. L'Oreal has a new one that just came out. I was gonna buy that one, but this being half off for a full size, when it is that, I need to jump on that deal. Otherwise, yeah, I was gonna get L'Oreal instead of Lancôme, because that one is $12.99. Walmart might be a little cheaper than $12.99. Let me move that. I don't know why it's hitting that. And I was consciously thinking, we are not going to blink. At least you see it's not as thick as that other one. That other one was thick for no reason. And by doing this first, I have time to do my lips and then let it dry and do what I need to do. Yeah, the probability of it happening 2 looks in a row when I have not done it in a very long time. But yeah, every time I use this mascara, I was reminded why I like this mascara so much. And this is waterproof because, again, I knew it was going to rain. Those other ones may be Longwear, but I'm not risking it. I'd rather just go ahead and do waterproof. So we're going to let that dry. We know the deal. We're not going to be, I have plenty of time, so I'm not rushing. Then need to not let that dry. So for lips, we are doing just Charlotte Tilbury Day. We're going back to the mini off up. Like, I ain't seen you use it since, yeah, I used it the first time, Andrea. Well, it's Black History Month. Otherwise, I would have used it. So, it's Women's History Month. Let's go ahead and bring out Charlotte. So it's the Pillow Talk Deep of the Lip Cheat. And what I've noticed is other, well, actual beauty influencers, because I'm not a beauty influencer. I don't consider myself one. I know I've influenced some people, but when I use a lip liner, they kind of use it flat going around, and I use the point, and I'm like, okay, let me try using the side and not using the point. So that one I might have gone up, and I think that side is, if it's more up than the other side is. I gotta get closer to see. Because of course this is just another brown lip liner that I have a lot of brown lip. I got Rebel Kind, Juvia's Place Coffee Bean. Then I got the one that's darker than that I don't like to use. I'm going to take this with me. And then I have the Fenty one. I had the lip bar. I'm up to 5 right there. And I think I have another one. No, that might be Plum. Oh, then I have the Elf. So I have like 6. But the thing is, a lot of women, okay, in the makeup, makeup people, I've seen posts is like, how many brown lip liners do you have? A lot of us have brown lip liners. It's like, oh, you need this kind of shade of brown lip liner for this. For this, you might need a subtle one, or you might need a reddish brown one, or a neutral one. Yeah, I have 6 brown lip liners. And it's just rotation. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I want one that's easier, that I know it's going to blend easily into where the lipstick is. And it might come off, it's not long wearing. Or I want one that's long wearing, that baby ain't going nowhere no matter what I eat. Even if my lipstick disappears, it's staying there. I have those. So yeah, you need different kind of brown lip liners. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, and so this is what the Pillow Talk Kissing in Deep looks like. Okay, I was looking at my teeth because a friend of mine was telling me he needs to get a tooth possibly removed, and he doesn't want to because he thinks people see it. And I'm like, I've had teeth removed, and I was self-conscious about people, especially when I do this, if they would see it, and I noticed they do not. When I look at it video later, I'm like, okay, you can't tell unless you are all up. Yeah, I'm like, the way I hold my mouth. And also, having that teeth removed, your mouth shifts and everything, so I don't open it the same either. And that's, I know it's supposed to be like a shine, but it always feels kind of matte. I didn't go fully pull out like I usually do. Okay. All right. We are ready to attack this. But yeah, I was trying to tell him, like, don't worry, just get it pulled. Don't worry about being pretty. I'm like, money pulling is cheaper than freaking getting a root canal, and then you gotta get a crown on top of that. That's why I was like, some of these, I'm like, go ahead and pull them. If you ain't want to go to Mexico, pull them. So yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do this. I was like, yes, I'm prepping myself for doing this. I am going to, let's put a little powder. Can put some powder underneath it. It's kind of like when you're gonna have a bunch of eyeshadow that's gonna fall, kind of thing. That's what was my aim. Okay, as you see, it took a little more work, but it's not as smudged as last video. I'm going to, did I ever set my freaking blush? I did not, because I'm looking at Milani right here. It doesn't even look like, I'm like, I don't remember setting my blush. Okay, let's put on our blush. I know some people set the face and then put the blush on, but I'm like, what the fuck is my blush? I was looking for this last night so I could use it. Hello. So we're gonna, mind you, it was looking good without the blush, but I'm like, what the hell is my blush? Okay, let's see. It's a light blush, but I'm just like, my blush is missing. And I'm looking right at it because I put it into a container, so everything is out of the way. So I was like, what is going on? And it's still light, but still. But when I went to go wipe that away, because I knew I was going to specifically use a blush brush, I know you can still kind of see it, but it's going to be dark in this freaking restaurant. It'll be fine. It's not that serious. It's like 2 hours, because who knows, I might go to the movies after. We'll see. Because I was going to go to the movies today, but because nothing went as planned. I didn't go, so it's like maybe tonight. Because I want to see Novocaine, which it looks funny. Like, I like that one. Novocaine. I want to see Last Breath. The Black Bag. I might want to see that. I like Michael Fassbender. So we'll see one of those maybe if I go. And I really have nothing to do tomorrow, so I might go tomorrow. Yeah. Ow. And then we're gonna spray mix bar. I know I could use my other one, but I think it's kind of strong for. That's pretty much how I put it on. I don't do any points or whatever. I just spray all over, and wherever it freaking lands, as long as it's not on my face and my mouth. I'm like, all right. I think there's something else I was gonna say. But yeah, happy Pi Day, happy Purim. Have a good weekend, TGIF. And I'm liking how this looks. It's a simple look so far. I'm not buying any more tints. But it's just nice. It seems like it's nice so far. We'll see how it lasts and if it could last on rain. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna wear my beanie. I'm not gonna put on a different no, that turtleneck is nice. It's a lot though. It'll cover my neck, but the beanie covers my neck as well. I have scarves, and I can throw a scarf on too. Because I'm wearing my sweater, my cardigan, so I have a hoodie in the car. I always keep a green hoodie in the car, and then sometimes when my mother comes up and she doesn't realize the weather, she wears it. But I always keep her green hoodie in the car. And I have an Old Navy one in there that I keep forgetting is in there. Again, backup hoodies, because sometimes you're at work and it's freezing. You're like, why is it freezing? Or in some building that's freezing that should not be freezing. All right, I'm rambling now. So with that, everybody have a good night.